Alrighty, welcome back, and today we have a pretty big episode. It is the last mock draft before the official one, but it is a pretty big one. We may have another video coming later tonight. We'll have to see how this one goes, but we will have, of course, like I just said, another mock draft here. We've gotten a lot of stuff since the last mock draft. Haven't made one in like a week or two, so let's get straight into it. I I'm pretty sure we all know picks 1 and 2. Trevor Lawrence and Zach Wilson going 1 and 2 to the Jags and Jets. I don't see how it goes any other way. To the 49ers, I'm pretty sold now that it's going to be Mac Jones, the 12th ranked player in this player rankings list. I think according to TDN, or maybe it's somebody else. I'm not sure, but I'm not sure why the 49ers would trade up to number 3 and take Mac Jones still. But hey, it is what it is. And I guess they're gonna go with Mac Jones. Now at number 4, it's looking like, according to the rumors, that the Falcons could possibly go quarterback over Kyle Pitts. It's been shown in rumors that they would take a quarterback over Kyle Pitts, like I said. And I think if Justin Fields is still on the board after 1, 2, and 3, which is going to be expected with the recent news of Mac Jones and Trey Lance to the 49ers, it looks like Justin Fields will still be on the board at 4, and that's where I think the Falcons take their new franchise quarterback. And in number 5, no, I've been making my official mock draft, and listen, the tides have turned on where the Bengals might want to go, whether it's Jamar Chase or Penei Sewell. But in this mock draft, I'm gonna stick with Penei Sewell here. I just don't see how they take Jamar Chase now. Joe Burrow has told the Bengals that he wants Jamar Chase in the Lions trading up to number 4 to take Jamar Chase over the Bengals. But I think in this one, I'm going to be going with Penei Sewell. We will have some changes to the official one, so stay tuned for that tomorrow. For the Dolphins, I think that if Kyle Pitts is still on the board, by all means, go Kyle Pitts. Jamar Chase, of course, is still on the board. Jalen Waddle and Trey Lance, but obviously we don't need Trey Lance. But if Kyle Pitts is on the board, I have as much love for Kyle Pitts as Jamar Chase, probably more if I'm being honest. And if he does not go number 4, I don't see how he goes 5 either. First of all, I don't see how he goes 1, 2, or 3. So I think the depending factor on where Kyle Pitts goes is number 4. If he does not go number 4, he won't go 5. And I think that Miami goes after him. And now at number 7, the recent mocks were that Pitts would go 4, Sewell 5, Jamar Chase at 6, and then Jalen Waddle at 7. But I think if Miami goes Kyle Pitts, it's pretty obvious that they're going to go Jamar Chase if he's available at number 7. That would be a steal for the Lions. And now at number 8, if you didn't notice, we did switch the websites because on this one we can make trades. And what I think the Patriots will do, you can already see where this is going. Patriots trade with the Panthers. And listen, I'm not sure how to make any mock trades in this. So what I'm just going to do is basically throw all these picks in here. This is not an actual trade, by the way. This is not going to be the actual trade, just so they accept it for sure. It's going to have something with the 15 overall pick, of course, and the Patriots get the number 8 overall pick. But yeah, I think that it's going to look like this, something like this. It's not going to look like this. I don't even know what I'm saying. It's not going to look like this. But basically what is going to happen, of course, the Panthers will accept, and the Patriots are now on the clock with their franchise quarterback waiting in their hands. Trey Lance is going to the New England Patriots. Now, there's a chance that the Falcons do go Justin Fields if he's available. But if they go Trey Lance, then I think the Patriots, either way, they will trade up to number 8 and take that QB that they've been needing. And now the Broncos don't end up with their QB. Now, I did make this mock draft before a couple hours ago, meaning that I did not know that the Broncos would get Teddy Bridgewater. But I think either way, they would end up rolling with Drew Lock. Now it's looking like in this situation, they would end up rolling with Teddy Bridgewater or Drew Lock. It depends. But in this situation, I think that they go offensive lineman to protect their new quarterback, and if they end up taking one in the second round, possibly that could be something. But they will go Rashawn Slater to protect whoever their new quarterback is going to be, whether it stays as Drew Lock, switches to Teddy Bridgewater, or switches to a guy that they draft in later rounds. I think that they will end up going Rashawn Slater, the second best offensive tackle in this draft, for the for the number 10 pick, Dallas Cowboys. Sean Lee just retired a couple days ago, might have been yesterday. What is it? Leighton Vander Esch, or whatever it is on the last year of his contract. If Micah Parsons is still available, I think that there's no reason why they shouldn't go Micah Parsons. One of the best, has to be the best linebacker in this draft. Possibly some people are saying JOK being Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, but I think that it will be Micah Parsons, and if he's at 10, I think that the Cowboys could go him. But I think that in the official mock draft, we're gonna have the Cowboys taking the cornerback. But in number 11, this would be a pretty good situation for the New York Giants if the Dolphins end up going Kyle Pitts and the Lions obviously end up going Jamar Chase. Jalen Waddle will still be at the board 11. I do not see how these teams take a receiver unless the Patriots decide to stick with Cam Newton as quarterback and decide to trust Jared Stidham in the future. Then they might take Waddle at 8 or something, but I don't think that they would trade up to take Waddle. I won't think that he's going to fall to 15, but either way, I think that the Giants definitely kind of need a receiver. They do have a pretty nice receiving core, but I think Jalen Waddle will just increase that, and they would go with him at 11 if he's still available. Now for number 12, it's going to be looking like we have back-to-back receivers going here, and both out of the same school too. It's Devonte Smith. Jalen Hurts, I think they're going to go all in trying to protect him. And maybe the O-line isn't the total best right now, although it is pretty solid for the Eagles. You still have guys like on the board. You've Darsaw, and Vera Tucker. But like if we look at this draft class, I don't think that the Eagles do have another first round pick in this draft. No, they don't. But they could possibly make a move to trade up in the draft or something and take a guy like Samuel Cosme. Sorry about that. And but yeah, I think for the Chargers, talking about O-linemen, they need to protect their guy at all costs, being Justin Herbert. And I think that they go with the possibly best offensive tackle on the board right now. It'll be interesting to see whether people think it's Darsaw or Vera Tucker after, of course, Sewell and Slater. But here, it's going to be Vera Tucker, in my opinion. I'm not really sure what thought I really put into this. Of course, I put thought into it, but I'm not really sure why I chose Vera Tucker over Darsaw. A lot of people think that Vera Tucker is far better than Darsaw. It depends what you need. Of course, Vera Tucker being guard and Christian Darsaw being a tackle, but it'll be interesting to see what happens. For the Minnesota Vikings, one of their needs that is being shown on the PFN mock draft simulator, you can't see it right now, but when you're making it, you can see it. Actually, here, team needs. I think you could go down to the Vikings if this would load any faster. Vikings, I think number 1 is edge. And I know he's ranked 23rd. It doesn't really matter to me. Azeez Ojulari is number 17 ranked on here. But I don't think that the Vikings are going to be watching what's on PFN's mock draft simulators player rankings. And they will go Kwity Paye, edge out of Michigan. There's a chance that he does fall to a team like the Dolphins maybe. Which I would not mind at number 18. But the Panthers are up next on the clock. They have shown much interest in J.C. Horn. It will be a miracle if he would fall to number 15. I don't think it's going to happen. Anything could happen if I'm being honest. So, with the traded pick from them, okay, yeah, you can see this. It looks like the Panthers pick, in my opinion, will be J.C. Horn. Again, I'm not sure if he'll fall. I think in the official mock draft, Parsons will not go number 10 to the Vikings. Instead, it'll be a quarterback, either Horn or Surtain. Did Surtain already... Where? Oh, shoot. I'm on defense. That's why, yeah. Surtain is number 10. Kwity Paye, I think, is ranked number 13 in this I just saw. But yeah, for the next pick, the Cardinals... I'm reading on my list, just wanted to switch back and forth on here, because I made it on a doc. But for the Cardinals, I'm going to be going with Patrick Surtain. They did lose off on Patrick Peterson, and they will be switching him out with another Patrick, being Surtain the second. Back-to-back corners going here. There's a strong set of Alabama players here, of course. I mean, a ton going in the first round. You already have Mac Jones and Jalen Waddle, Devonte Smith, and now you have Patrick Surtain going too. But for the for the Las Vegas Raiders, I'm pretty sure one of the needs here that they have is safety, cornerback, and O-lineman. Of course, they've Horn and Surtain going right before them, so they will not be able to get a quarterback. But right after that, they do have lineman. And if Darsaw's still on the board here, by all means, for sure, they could definitely go Darsaw there. And for the Dolphins, my team, I think no, I wasn't talking about. I was talking about Cody Pay before, but for Jemiah Rusu-Koramoah, some people think that he is the best linebacker in the draft over Micah Parsons. So I would not be very angry at all if JOK fell to us at number 18, ranked number 16 here. I wouldn't mind at all. For the Washington football team, I think whoever their next quarterback is going to be, it's looking like it's not going to be one. Here's the best quarterback available is Kellen Mond, who's ranked 83rd, as we're only not even into the 20s yet. So it looks like it's not going to be Kellen Mond, and if it is, it'll be in the third round possibly, or the second round. But I think that they're going to go try to protect their future quarterback, whoever it's going to be, whether it's Fitzpatrick or Heinicke or a random quarterback in the second or third round. They're going to try to protect them at all costs, like I said, and I think with that pick, they will go Tevin or Tevon Jenkins. I'm not sure what it is. Here, I guess, a couple of days ago, I'm pretty sure that Tevin Jenkins was not over Samuel Cosmi. So it's going to be interesting to see how that turns out. But I'm going to say that they do take Tevin Jenkins here, OT out of Oklahoma State, like I said, to protect their next quarterback, whoever it is, whether it's Taylor Heinicke, Ryan Fitzpatrick, or a rookie quarterback in the later rounds. Now for the Chicago Bears, I'm pretty sure here they also say definitely not proposing a trade. It could be a possibility, but you never know. I'm pretty sure that they were actually one of the teams in my things to move up, but obviously they can't move up right now. But one of the things here is wide receiver. They have QB, of course, quarterback, but I mean, who's the next quarterback? You have Greg Newsome here. Don't have another first round pick, but Greg Newsome, there's a chance that he could fall. You also have Asante Samuel Jr. Where is Asante Samuel Jr.? Interesting. But yeah, you also have Asante Samuel Jr. who could possibly fall to the second round with the Chicago Bears. But here I'm going to be saying that they do take a wide receiver. Best on the board here is Rashad Bateman. I think that that's in the direction that they go. Wide receiver out of Minnesota will go to Chicago at number 19. Now for the Colts, I'm pretty sure here it also said that they need an edge. And in OT, I don't think that they do go with Samuel Cosmi. I understand that they will try to protect Wentz, but this is a really, really strong offensive lineman draft class. You can see still guys like Dylan Radunz, who I watched his interview on NFL Network this morning. It was pretty nice. Alex Leatherwood, Samuel Cosmi, Liam Eschenberg, Spencer Brown, Walker Little, and even Jalen Mayfield. So this OT class is really, really nice / OG, of course. Because you also have Wyatt Davis, Trey Smith on the board. So, I don't think that they do go offensive tackle here. I think that they will go the best player available, at least on this prospect list, and that will be Azeez Ojulari, edge out of Georgia. I watched him play a couple times, if I'm being honest. He was dynamic. But for the next pick here, the Titans, I was talking about Greg Newsome just a couple seconds ago to the Bears, I believe. And that's where I think that they do go. Not to the Bears, to the Titans. Filling for Malcolm Butler, who... Did Malcolm Butler leave the Titans? I know that he signed there after leaving the Patriots, but I cannot remember if he left the Titans. Either way, their team needs, I believe, on here is cornerback. Is it? Don't make me look... It is, number 1. Also wide receiver, because I think the only good receiver... Corey Davis did leave. The only good wide receiver that they have is, at least decent, is, what's his name? A.J. Brown, is it? Yeah, A.J. Brown. But looking at the next top receivers, Terrence Marshall, Kadarius Toney, Elijah Moore, Rondale Moore, who could all go in the second round, and the Titans could move up in that situation. So I don't think that they will go there. For the Jets, now I already know the pick. I think OT is here. Quarterback is 1, OT is 2nd. Of course, they already took their franchise quarterback in Zach Wilson. And on the board here, I think that Samuel Cosmi is the best offensive tackle available, and that is the direction that they will go to try to protect their new franchise quarterback, which is Zach Wilson, at all costs. And for the Steelers, I think it's no secret that they are in mind for a running back. Najee Harris is best on the board. Travis Etienne right after that. Now, as a Dolphins fan, of course, we've been seeing a ton of rumors that Najee Harris will go to the Dolphins at 18. But I think that it is a lock that if Najee Harris is on the board at 24, the Steelers will go. They wanted to fill in the running back role in the draft, and I think that if Harris is still on the board at 24, by all means they go in that direction. The Dolphins could possibly end up with a guy like Travis Etienne or Javonte Williams, Where is Javonte Williams? Is he all at 38? Okay. So he's actually not too far down. He's right there. But I think that if Najee Harris is on the board at 24, Pittsburgh doesn't waste this chance, and they do take him to be their starting running back. Moving on to number 25, the Jacksonville Jaguars' second first-round pick in this draft, of course, at number 1. And at number 25, they could draft an offensive tackle, try to protect their, of course, next greatest, hopefully to them, the greatest quarterback of all time. But, like I said, this draft class is just so deep, and they do have another pick in what, if we count, I'm not even sure if I do the math right, probably another 8 picks, because they probably have the number 1 pick in the second round. And they could still take a guy in that area, such as Alex Leatherwood, Dale Radons, Liam Eschenberg. At least one of these 3 guys will be there. So I think that in this situation, they take the best guy available. That will be Christian Barmore. I'm pretty sure team needs, if here, they probably do have defensive tackle as one of their, team needs. For some reason, running back is up there. I don't think that they will draft Travis Etienne. Of course, they have James Robinson, the running back stud from last season, who was in the draft. But yeah, I definitely think that they would go best player on the board, which in this situation would be Christian Barmore. Now next up for the Cleveland Browns, if I believe linebacker is on here, one of their needs. And Jamin Davis, the stud linebacker out of Kentucky, I'd be surprised if he fell this far, honestly. Same to go with Christian Barmore. But if Jamin Davis and Barmore do both fall to this area, I think that Jamin Davis definitely would be picked up by the Browns. They drafted Myles Garrett 2 years ago, was it 3 years ago? I'm not sure. They had a ton of number 1 overall picks, but I think they do take Jamin Davis and increase that defense. Now for the Ravens here, there was a source that said that they are definitely going to draft a wide receiver. I think that they will draft a wide receiver and an edge. They lost on Yannick Ngakoue. And also, they didn't lose on a receiver, but obviously they don't even have any receivers. We look at some guys out there, Terrence Marshall, Kadarius Toney, Elijah Moore, Rondo Moore, and they do have another pick in this draft. So we will get to them in 4 picks or 5 picks or so. But here I think they do take the best edge on the board. There's a ton of guys, Jason Owe, Joseph Osai, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, Gregory Rochou. But I think in this situation they go the best edge on the board. In this thing is Jason Osei out of Texas, but I think in my opinion right now it's going to be Jason Owe out of Penn State. He should help this defense, maybe not an immediate impact, but you know what I mean. It should be a so what impact in the next couple years to come after they drafted Patrick Queen with that pick. Turned out to be a steal. But moving on to number 28, the New Orleans Saints. I think they need a wide receiver. They lost Emmanuel Sanders, I believe. I think they did lose Emmanuel Sanders. Whenever it was, I think he might have retired, actually. Did he? I'm not sure. Michael Thomas hasn't been the player expected. And with a receiver on the board, I think they do go the best one available. And in this situation, it is Terrence Marshall Jr. Kadarius Toney, I think, could be a good fit in their system. But I think in this situation, Terrence Marshall Jr. goes number 28 to the Saints. Now at 29 is going to be interesting. The Packers do need some things. What do they say they need on here? Cornerback, OT, wide receiver. I'm pretty sure that they do not have Corey Linsley anymore. Interesting. Creed Humphrey is here. So he's probably right here. Is there any other stud, centers? Landon Dickerson could be a target for the Packers in the second round. But I think in this situation, they kind of need a cornerback. We saw Kevin King get burned by Scotty Miller. He's had his struggles. Where is he? Wow, where is... Did I pass him? Please tell me I passed him and I'm just tripping. Where is Caleb Farley? Is he just not even on here? Oh, is it because I'm on defense? It is. Okay, he's at number 31. Okay, I was going to say, okay, yeah, he's right here. I'm stupid. I was on defense. I was on offense, I mean. Caleb Farley, they do need a quarterback, in my opinion. They'd also could use a wide receiver. Who are some guys available? You have Kadarius Toney, Elijah Moore. I think that in this situation, they're just going to go best cornerback available. That will be Caleb Farley. He's had his struggles with injuries. And he literally just tested positive for COVID today. It sucks. He's not going to be at the draft. We're only going to have 12 attendees there. But Caleb Farley was probably going to be the last pick out of all of them. I think the guys that'll be there is going to be Jalen Waddle, Devonte Smith, Jamar Chase, maybe Kyle Pitts too. I don't think so. I think Zach Wilson, Trevor Lawrence. I can't remember. That's 5 though. But for the Bills now, what are their team needs here? Edge, quarterback, and DT. I think I'm checking right now. Okay, I gave them an edge. And that edge will be one of my hometown heroes. Gregory Roche was one of the biggest helps for the Miami Hurricanes this season. Of course, I don't really watch any other college football than Miami Hurricanes and probably Alabama if it's a close game. Any close games, like extremely close games, like overtime close, Miami, and the national championship, and of course the playoffs. This is the only thing I watched college football-wise, but I did watch Gregory Roche. He was a stud at Miami, I will tell you that. I'm not sure what his exact stats are. All I know is that he could be the best corner in the draft, the best edge in the draft, I mean. So, it'll be interesting to see what happens with him in Buffalo. I'm sure that the fans are going to love him right away. But for number 31 here, like I said before, I think that they will take a wide receiver here, and the wide receiver I have giving them is Kadarius Toney. I think that there's no need to take him at 27 when you have a guy like Jason Owe available, and I don't see these teams taking a. I do actually. I'm stupid. I definitely see the Saints taking a receiver. I see the Packers maybe taking a receiver. Even the Bills you can throw out there possibly taking a receiver. So I can definitely see a lot of these teams taking a receiver, but they would be pretty lucky if Kadarius Toney fell. Of course, they got that pick from the Orlando Brown trade from the Chiefs. But with the last pick in the draft, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers go Alex Leatherwood out of Alabama. I'm not sure what. Now I've done this before. I'm not sure why these things show up here. I'm not really sure what this means. But here's the mock. I'm not gonna show every single pick. I'll go slowly. You could pause to see. But yeah, the only trade I have so far right now is Trey Lance to the number 8 pick to the Patriots for the number 15 pick and some other picks too. You could possibly throw Stephon Gilmore in there. There's been rumors that he's been involved with trade rumors to move up in the draft. So it'll be interesting if the Panthers do get Stephon Gilmore in a deal. Obviously, they will not take J.C. Horn. Maybe Jeremiah Wusu-Koramoah or maybe an edge. I don't really know what they do because they did also get Hassan Reddick. So they probably won't take an edge. Probably not even a wide receiver. I don't even know. I don't even know. But yeah, that's going to wrap up the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. The draft is in an hour and 20 minutes. It is in, if I do the math right, 24 hours and 20 minutes. That wasn't really too great some math, but that's gonna wrap the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Last mock draft before the official one. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have a great day. Peace.